Okie dokie, everybody. Welcome back. You're here at the Fox Den with Peter Voss, the Papa Fox, and we are going to continue playing Tyranny by Obsidian Entertainment. When we last left off, we had cleared through the area of the Bronze Brotherhood, and now we are going to go... Oh, and we gained a level up for one of our characters, I can't remember which, and now we are going to continue on with the quest. Ask Eldian where Raytoman may be taking Zidania. Guardian's Return. That's what we want to do. Trial of Archons. We're still... okay. During this... rated... so we have stuff on both. Hopefully we can... hopefully we can maybe get both of both the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus caught in a net with Archon Tunon. That would be awesome, but maybe not. And let's see, there's a person a magesmith in the Sun Sea who might be able to help out Barrack and Stirring Visions. That's an ongoing quest we have regarding the Spire. So let's go ahead and talk with Eldian and see what we can do. So how are you guys doing? I'm doing wonderfully. My son is in bed. I've had my cup of coffee, and I've been reading a bit more of the Prydain Chronicles by Alexander Lloyd, or Lloyd Alexander. If you haven't read those books, I would highly suggest it. They are absolutely wonderful. I am actually very sad, and I'm only now reading them. I wish I had actually read them before I read The Lord of the Rings, for many reasons anyways. But yeah, I was taking care of my wife and child. This past weekend, they both got sick, so I was on primary parent duty. And I started off an interesting... I know I'm kind of taking a little bit. I also started off an interesting hashtag... Well, not started. I've seen it elsewhere, but I've been making sort of little mini Twitter vignettes for Dungeons and Diapers. So if that's something you want to take a look at, please feel free to hop on over to my Twitter and do so. What are we going to do without the Magebane helm? I hope Eldian has a plan to get the helm back. If we don't get the helm back, who's going to protect us from the Bane? Okay. Archie and Bronze. Let's see what's in the bed. Camping supplies. We can't take it because, yeah. Let's talk with... can't talk with this guy. So let's talk with Eldian. Fatebinder, come in! I was just told the news that the Magebane helm has disappeared. This is terrible. What happened just now? I heard fighting out there. Are there more of them? Raytoman stole the Magebane helm and captured Zidania. I was just beginning to believe we were finally safe, but a celebration planned before its time will no doubt become a wake. Eldian shakes his head. Without Zidania, there's no chance of getting another helm. My friends, please, go back to your homes for now. The Fatebinder is taking care of the invaders. Okay, I know it's a lot asking... I know it's asking a lot after everything you've already done for us, Fatebinder, but without the helmet or Zidania, we're in the same predicament as we were before. The Bronze Brotherhood have a camp near the Old Walls at Twin Rivers, and use the Deserters' March as a travel route. Either one of these places would be a good place to start looking for Raytoman. Please, find them. I don't know much more than that, but I'm happy to try and answer any questions you might have. What can you tell me about Deserters' March? It's empty, desolate and swampy. People don't normally go there, which is why the Brotherhood use it for travel. There's less a chance of running into someone on the road. If Raytoman is heading there, he's likely to use the march to get there. Take care, though. The Disfavored have been patrolling around the area. Twin Rivers? There's another entrance to the Old Walls there, and I know the Brotherhood used the area as an outside base of operations. There are even rumors that they have been exploring the Old Walls. If that's true, Raytoman is even more insane than people have been letting on. Anything else going on in town that I should know about? I hate to add a request upon a request, Fatebinder, but I would ask one more thing of you. The recent attack was horrific, and there are a lot of folks that are in a bit of trouble now. Lohara lost some of her men in the attack. She was stretched thin before it all, so I'm sure she's going to need all the help she can get. Some townsmen have also gone missing. I've no doubt your assistance would be useful to all of them, so if it wouldn't be too much trouble, please ask the townsfolk if they need your help. He makes a formal bow. I know we have no right to ask this of you, but I know you can help where no one else can. Is it just me, or does anyone else think this was it was a bad idea for them to place a powerful artifact where anyone could get it? Words are not. That seems strangely short-sighted. I was thinking the same thing. Did they really expect that it wouldn't get stolen? Whatever they're on, I want some of it. I realize it's a small town and all, but really, what did they expect? The safety of this settlement is all that matters to me. I hope we're on similar minds on this, Fateminder. Since you're clearly capable of handling threats, otherworldly or not, I'll see to it that the old walls remain open to you. The passageway leading to the base of the spire will be unsealed upon your return. If accessing it can help you in any way, please use it. I'd like to ask me more questions. Okay. Where you might be taken, don't stay in one place for long. They like to make themselves home at places like that. Havens full of thick forest caravans, routes, and river crossings. Okay, so they can basically steal stuff. Continue that routine with Zidane and Maidbane in tow. Rumor has it they sometimes move through the old walls. Okay. How are the settlers faring after the attack? Not well. Tension with the Brotherhood. Okay. At least a dozen dead, more wounded. Folks have stayed inside, out of the harm's way. Okay. The attack didn't make a lick of sense. Who's to say, okay, cool. How dangerous are things now without the Magebane? Truth be told, much more concerned about that helmet than the Brotherhood on Rampage. Yeah, the Bane. Bane attacks were few and far between. He's got in separate attacks the last 2 months. Something is driving the Bane out of the old walls. What do you think of the why do you think the Brotherhood attacked? That Ray Toman attacked. Perhaps they're one and the same. Okay, so let's see. This guy thinks that the Brotherhood and Ray Toman might be not the one who's calling, or the Brotherhood might not be the Brotherhood anymore, if that makes any sense. Once burned a village to the ground to kill a rival. So this guy is basically kind of obsessed, as he mentions here, and a little bit kind of off his rocker. Full notion. Order his men come to Lethian's crossing to steal Magebane. Okay. Why do you think Rayatoman took her captive? Interesting question. Forgebound and the Bronze Brotherhood never really got along. Okay. See the Forgebound as docile servants of the Overlord, happy to trade dignity for regular meals. Quite frankly, she's just as likely to cave his head in with her hammer. Seems that not all of the Brotherhood agree with Raytoman. I've heard rumblings about that. Word is that their leader is a paranoid sort. He sees conspiracy and betrayal at every turn. I've seen a few of his lieutenants come and go. Pretty sure they're not all falling in battle. Tell me, if that's the sort of man you're following, how long do you think it'll be before someone else tries to stake a claim? I've known some Brotherhood men and women in my time. I'd never call them wholesome, but not all of them are arsewipes. So this move by Ray Toman is going to rub some of them a long way. Okay. Reset attack. Farewell. Okay, cool. So let's, I guess, go ahead and talk with some folks. See if we can rack up some more side quests. Huzzah! Companion combo abilities allow your character and a companion to work in concert to deliver a devastating attack or effect. There we go. Needly doodly doo, loading screen. Hello, load. There we go. Okay. Trial of Archons. Go to Twin Rivers. Go to Deserter's March. Trial of Archons. I wonder if we can push this off just a little bit more. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Oh, we do. Okay, so it is tracking how long we're doing some of these quests. I wonder if that's going to come into play later. Okay. Spire, spell, reputation. How do we get the world map? There we go. Now let's see where we can go to. Secluded Forge. Okay, that's how we get to go to Barrack. Twin Rivers is closest. And Deserter's March is far over here. We could go back to the Bastard City and talk with Tunon. Don't fancy that right now, so let's go ahead and see if we can't talk to some folks. Alrighty. I can't remember exactly where all of the buildings are that we need to go into, so we're just going to make a quick round and see if we can't rack up some stuff. Okay, oh, wait, we can pick some of this stuff up. Dea? Fatebinder! Dea cries out to you. I need your help! It's terrible! Her voice breaks and she wipes her hand across her eyes. My wife's dead. She puts her face in her hands and sobs. Poor Phaedra. She pulls her hands away and a fierce passion in her eyes. She was slain by the Bronze Brotherhood. This cannot be allowed to stand. I demand a Fatebinder's justice. Lore? You didn't seem very happy to have her around yesterday. You presume to know my feelings? Just because I don't fawn over her, I don't love her? Because I don't smile and swoon when she speaks, I'm unhappy? How dare you? She puts a hand over her eyes and sobs. I can find her killer, but how do you know it was the Brotherhood? The necklace. Her hand moves to her neck, tracing the bare skin. She was wearing the necklace I gave her when he... She bursts into tears. I was a younger man. Her words tremble with her sobs. Sandro. She whispers the name in a lowered tone. He struck her dead and took the necklace. I was paralyzed. I froze. I just watched. Her eyes well up as more tears overtake her. Bearing false witness can lead to even more murder. Are you sure it was Sandro and not some other Brotherhood mercenary? Of course I'm sure. I would recognize Sandro anywhere. The angry tone in her voice rises. He and Phaedra were friends once. They had a falling out years ago over some trivial matter. He must still be angry about it. I think he took the necklace as a token. You know how these mercenary thugs are. I'll be back after I find Sandro. Bring back the necklace. The thought of those thugs punning it. Thogs punning it. There we go. Switching letters around. Somewhere. Twin Rivers. Okay, cool. Widow's Revenge. Let's go ahead and check in here to see if there's anything we can discern. There might be additional investigation things we can take a look at. Nope, nothing. Yeah, so how are you guys doing? I know I already asked that before, but I always appreciate hearing if people are doing well or maybe not so well. We all need to sort of try to help each other up if things get a little tough. That's one thing I've been noticing lately, especially in recent times. Biotis. Okay, let's try to go in here. Let's see what we can do. And different enemies are susceptible to different types of damage. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, nothing in here. Doodly doodly doo. This might be a little bit of a boring episode just because I can't remember exactly where we need to go. But this has maybe not been the most relaxing weekend, but I've still managed to keep myself afloat in terms of my channel and my Twitter account and all of that. So that has actually been good. It's been useful to sort of prove myself able to do these things. Okay, let's go back down here. We are going to check what we can check with the Forge bound. And I think the guy there is probably going to want to talk with us. He didn't seem too happy about Zidania in the first place. I think he's going to try to offer us something. Oh, no, he was after the tempering master person. Master of casting. Okay, leave. Talk with her. I can only imagine her restraint with Rayatoman is for the sake of the Magebane and the people of Lethian's Crossing. Eldian mentioned you might need some help. Yes, actually, that goat fucker Rayatoman really made a mess of this settlement. Not only did he capture the head of our order, but he also killed several of my forge hands. She smashes her fist into a nearby table, launching several metalworking tools into the air. As much as I'd love to personally track down the bastard, I'm duty-bound to stay and fulfill our commitments to the armies. I was going to send some of my own to tackle a few problems, but now we've barely enough hands to keep these fires stoked. If you got the time, I could really use your help with missing shipments. How will you supply the armies with your forge-bound present? Not easily, I can assure you. Were you to double our ranks, the task would still be monumental. We cannot easily expand guild membership. Our art is a painstaking craft, and few have the aptitude for it. We are, sadly, chronically short on apprentices. Those that do join still face many risks. Our process is demanding, to say the least. To achieve perfection, we bind our physical selves to the hammer and flame. Doing so invites harm to the undisciplined. Okay, and truth. Okay, there we go. But their scarcity does make them important. Even the apprentices that shame you with their foolishness. She sighs, reluctant to continue. Fatebinder, I have a favor to ask you, if I may. You may. One of my younger charges, Garrick, strayed too far from the forge. I know a man of his age is beset with wanderlust, but he should have realized we have to stay close to the forge for good reason. Garrick was out during a Bronze Brotherhood raid, and he has not returned. I fear he may be dead, but I would welcome someone spying on the Bronze Brotherhood to see if they're holding him, and naturally rescue him if he's still alive. And if he's dead, her gaze falls to the ground. He's dead. Bring me his tools so that they may be returned to his master. Garrick mentioned that he heard of rare, exotic, old walls materials falling into Brotherhood hands. I fear he may have been inspired to seek out a rumored entrance to the old walls along Haven's northeast border, in the Twin Rivers area. The Brotherhood supposedly operate there. If you hear of any such camps in that location, then you do well to start your search there. I know of a Brotherhood camp at Twin Rivers. Very good. You certainly must have gone there. She shakes her head. Recklessness of youth. Did he ask the Bane to help him in his search? Missing shipment? She raises an eyebrow. Our last iron delivery was light. The Bronze Brotherhood has been attacking forge-bound caravans for years, and even though the ore is useless to them, they attack our porters just to spite us. Her face contorts on a sour expression. Probably shouldn't mention this, but if you're going to be helping me, you deserve to know everything. There were some very important weapons being sent back to us, hidden in that shipment. We need to repair them and get them back into the hands of the soldiers. My hunch is that killing our porters and taking their rations was enough. They'd have no cause to lug a bunch of rocks back to their camp, and I don't think they knew the weapons were there. At least I hope they didn't. She scratches her jaw, thinking. Our man meant to travel through the dense forests of the Deserters' March. We don't know his precise route, as our porters often improvise the road to avoid encounters with bandits. I know that isn't much to go on. I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. I must be going. Okay, so we have some more stuff. We're going to check the last few doors on the other side of the camp. Oh, sorry about that. My chair cracked a little. And then I think we will be off. I don't know exactly where we should go. We're probably going to go investigate one of those two things. See if we can dig up more information. Okay. Already checked over here. Mendita in the Sunrise District. So let's go ahead off to the other side. Oh, hey, we can go in here. What's in here? I can't remember. I guess we'll find out. I'm probably going to have a little bit of wine.
Interesting.
Ooh, cool. Settler. I don't... Ah, we must have forgotten this one. What's that? Raven Shawl. +10 the subterfuge. This feathered garment reflects no light and seems a natural extension of the darkness. Ooh. Okay, let's take this. Fiche. Okay, old walls. Those people are going to have a bad time if the Bane just, like, bore through the wall itself. That would be terrible. Me oh my. Music's definitely relaxing, though. Okay. In other news, I actually am doing a little bit better at my main day job, so I might be able to make a move on some of my improvements to the channel a little bit faster than I had thought. I'm looking into artists and musicians to commission a little bit of music and artwork for the channel. I also plan at some point buying some editing software so I can actually start putting a little bit more production value in these videos. I don't know how soon that'll be. It'll have to be after I take a good hard look at finances, but should be possible. At least part of it, anyway. Let's talk to this man. Callian. Greetings, Fatebinder. I understand that you helped us out when the Brotherhood attacked. Now that things have calmed down, I was wondering if you could help me. My sister, Kalea, disappeared when the Brotherhood showed up, and I haven't seen her since. She seems to have this idea that Lethian's crossing would do better in the hands of the Bronze Brotherhood. I tried to persuade her otherwise, but she wouldn't listen. Knowing her, she was probably looking for a way to join the Brotherhood as soon as they arrived. People are saying they're headed towards the Deserters' March when they ran off. Will you look for her? I have no means of doing it myself. I'm not a fighter, and I have no skills in confrontation. Of course, I'll see what I can find out. She means the world to me, and I'm sick with worry. His expression falls again, but this time there's a distant shadow of hope. That's what we're there for. We're going to try to give these people a little bit of hope. I think this is an interesting game to play. I mean, obviously, given the name, this is an interesting game to play given, the times that we live in. And today I'm actually recording this on Martin Luther King Day. And to paraphrase one of his quotes, and I think this is important, there's a big difference between an absence of tension and a presence of justice. Just because you have no tension between people and the law doesn't mean that the law is being just. Just because there's no tension between people doesn't mean that their interactions are fair or free. There's a big difference between that, and I think that's a concept, that's a thought we can do well to think about, especially in the context of this game, specifically talking about the kind of goals that Kyros has for this world. The ends do not justify the means in many cases. Good day to you. Okay. Let's see. No other doors. I guess we'll have to go down here. And I think this will be the last door we would need to look into. I don't know if we really need to talk with any of the merchants, so I'm gonna skip through them. I don't think they're really gonna ask us for anything. Okay, cool. I do appreciate in this game that when somebody has something they really want to say to you, if you go near them, they might, reach out with like some text that appears on screen. That I do like. There we go. So, Mistress Sophia, welcome back. Thank you again for gracing us with your presence. Perhaps another time. Okay. Nothing there, so let's plan our next move, and then we'll call this the end of the episode. So once we get through this loading screen, we can take a look at our quest log and divvy up to see which one is more weighted for our attention. Doobly-doo. Okay. Now what we need to do... Okay, we have Lethian's Crossing and Shadow of the Old Wall. We need to go to Twin Rivers and Deserter's March. Okay, so missing shipment, Deserter's March, Twin Rivers. Okay, so it's split evenly. So if we go to Deserter's March, we have the missing shipment and Blind Ambition. And if we go to Twin Rivers, we have Widow's Revenge and No One Left Behind. I think we're going to go to Deserter's March first. Let's actually take a... Oh, nope. Let's actually take a look at the overall map first. I think Deserter's March... Oh, Twin Rivers is closer. We're going to go to Twin Rivers. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so if you enjoyed the episode, go ahead and hit that like button or give me some feedback if you prefer. Of course, a subscription to the channel would also be most amazing if you enjoy my other work. As always, it's great to see you all here at the Fox Den. I hope to come back next time and pull up a chair for some more Tyranny. Alrighty, you take care now. Bye.